Hello my friends, welcome to my vlog. It's been quite some time that I did not post anything on my web page in YouTube. But here I am again, and please join me in my small road trip last Wednesday. My passing through this area was quite not intended because after attending a meeting in Pilica Camarines Sur, I decided to take the Asian Highway 24 going home, and I made a stop at the Shell station to take some cup of coffee, and I also bought 2 trays of egg. But while taking my cup of coffee in the coffee shop, I forgot entirely about the 2 trays of eggs. So after driving some 20 kilometers away, I remember the 2 trays of egg that I left behind in the Shell station. So I decided to come back, and after retrieving the 2 trays of egg, I decided to take another route because I don't want to go back to the Asian Highway 24 since it is already late afternoon and it's quite congested. So I want to avoid the hassle of passing through a congested highway. So I decided to pass through the Sagnay Tiwi road, which is 60 kilometers. But before I could reach Sagnay, I would have to pass through the Pili Sagnay road, which is around 35 kilometers. So it took me almost 100 kilometers to go home from Pili to my city, Tabaco City. And because of the 2 trays of egg, I was forced to take this route. But indeed, I was hesitant to pass through this highway at the time because it was raining. And this highway is a very good highway. It has a Class A type of highway, but unfortunately, it is built on the sides of the mountains because this coastline along this eastern ridge is quite mountainous and there's no flat land around here. So they have to build the highway just right on the side of the cliff or the mountains. And often during rainy season, there's always the danger of landslide or some small rocks or earth falling off from the cliff. And and if you're driving through this area, you have to be very careful that you don't get hit by these rocks or whatever. But during summer days, during good days, this road is really very good, and I encourage you to visit this place. And maybe someday in the future, if you intend to visit Bicol region, you can come to this place and you can take this, you can make a stop on this viewing deck in Patitinan. That is a village along this highway, and you can have a very beautiful horizontal view of the Pacific Ocean and some of the mountains and places here in the Bicol region. And this place is less frequented by vehicles. That's why when driving through this place, I thought that I owned the highway because it was only me driving through this highway. And although intermittently I could see some motorcycles and a few vehicles, but not too many vehicles. So in the picture you see the boundary. This is the boundary, and this is an example of this landslide that could happen. This happened a year ago, and you can also see these small villages around here. Oh, I'm sorry for this video, so it's inverted. I don't know what happened to this one, but we'll go on with our road trip. So by around 3:35 p.m. I reached Sagnay, and from Sagnay I took this highway, 60 kilometers highway, and by around 5:30 I was already home in Tabaco City. And you can't really drive fast on this highway because it is winding and slanting and inclined. So you can just you can maybe the most that you can drive is 60 kilometers per hour, or even lower than that, because there are sharp curves and inclined positions, so you have to be very careful in your driving. And even if there are no vehicles around, if there are very few traffic around here, you still have to be very careful and prudent in the way you drive, because sometimes some animals could just cross the highway without you knowing it, and it's not good. So it can not only that it can damage your vehicle, but we also have to respect the lives of these animals, even if they are dogs, cats, or lizards. We still have to respect this life.